What's up, Rangers Fab Shop? So today we have a carburetor on a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower that will not start. So yeah, we're gonna disassemble and clean this thing. And the first thing you're gonna need here is you don't need it. It's a magnetic tray to keep all your stuff in, so it doesn't roll around. And you need some Torx keys. So let me get the Torx. Yeah, a T15 Torx for your bowl. This carburetor is number 284394. This is what it looks like right here. And that's your bowl. First thing you're gonna do is pop your bowl off with these two T15 Torx heads. I believe that mower is from around 2008. It's just a push mower. See, that magnetic tray, your bolts don't go everywhere. It's a nice thing to have. So and I would wear gloves, and I usually don't, but getting gas on your hands and you just smell for the rest of the day. Yeah, see? You just got gas everywhere, and you can tell it's kind of separated, so there was definitely water in this carburetor. You can see it's all kind of, I don't know if it's very scientific, but let me just give you a better look. I think you guys can tell, but it looks a little separated, like there's like congealed stuff in there. So water and fuel it's not good. And I keep these little Chinese takeout boxes, for like Panda Express and stuff, little plastic ones for fuel and things. So you can and you can put your parts in there. So now you have your float, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go get a punch. And you're gonna drive out the pin. And you don't need to be forceful, but because this is a plastic carburetor, but your pin should look a little something like that. Let me raise you guys up a little. Try not to drop anything. Let me just tilt you guys one more notch up. Way better. Now you can see what I'm doing. Hey, buddy. Hello. So now you take your float and your needle and seat
yellow. You only bought one?
that goes into your float.
No, I bought more.
You get your needle and seat that goes in your float.
Always drink juice. Thanks, Paul.
Now you have your body, the body of your carburetor, and there is what do we got here? I've never taken this specific carburetor out, apart, but you have your butterflies here. This isn't a very disassemblable one, but you have your butterflies here, and how you can test your needle and seat. So let's just make sure this isn't clogged. Okay, that's good. Now, you're gonna get yourself a couple, and I know this doesn't sound correct, but some brake parts cleaner. This isn't, you're supposed to use carburetor cleaner, but it's flammable, so it'll be fine. And also you can do, you get a better bowl. I have some of this old fuel injector cleaner. It's really old stuff. Ah, it's can. Shoot. Well, I'm just gonna kind of spray all the gunk out of this thing. And you can see all this gunk and stuff coming out of this carburetor. Look at all that. That was clean bowl before I even started. And you're gonna take some. Do I have any gasoline around here? I don't think I do. Let me look around in the chemical shelf for what I got. Okay, yes I do have some gasoline. So, this isn't a full disassembly, this is just a float disassembly. No, it's a little yellow. It seems a little. Maybe I should take all the scum out of this. Real fast. This is old. I don't know how long I've had it. It's probably since my mini bike videos that I used to do. I should probably use it now because there's not very much in here. Okay. Then you're just gonna take your car and you're just gonna rinse it in some gasoline. This is gonna pretty much, you know, you don't really have to, you know, do this. Just to kind of get all this gunk out of here. If I had more brake parts cleaner or carburetor cleaner, I would definitely not be using gasoline right now. But,
Hey, Robbie.
what's up, Uncle Richard? I'm doing a YouTube video. I'm building a carburetor for a mower of mine.
Oh, really? Gonna do a YouTube video, or you're doing it now?
Yeah, I'm doing it
Hey,
now.
Richard,
Hey, your brother-in-law.
what's going on?
Woohoo! Looks like we're cleaning out a carb, man.
Yeah, just soaking
I
some
hope you're not
gasoline.
breathing that stuff. You ought to get a little closer to the.
Yeah, I got that door
I
open.
know that'll help.
He likes it.
That helps cure the brain.
Huh? Yeah. So,
Tapping my brother-in-law.
So you just take your parts,
Races, huh?
yeah,
your needle and seat,
pretty good one.
Yeah.
Short track, yeah.
and you just kind of.
Not a pain in the
Oh,
bum.
they can really get into it.
A lot of tire wear. Covered in
Oh,
tires.
shit, that's all it is,
All the
too.
fucking, all the treads gone.
gone.
Yeah.
After a race, they're gone.
Yeah.
Now-
But I mean, they're into the cord on this short track cement.
Oh, they don't even change tires.
Well, they're change them like 20 times, but
Yeah, but they go
they're
in
just
the
chewing them up, yeah.
Yeah, look at how they just nothing but
See, it's
Yeah,
not
look at
building
that
up
gunk
rubber.
in there.
It's all not.
Normally it would be all kind of black, you know.
Okay.
So this
So now we're gonna
breaks the
reassemble.
tires off, and look at that black mark
Nah,
up
I
on
would
top
say
here.
it's fine.
That's all.
Fresh
I think
new
you
stuff.
probably just.
These are tires. Yeah.
Oh, the heat from the tires.
Yeah, it throws it up against the wall.
That's right.
See, that's all tires.
Oh
And
man,
it
as they go
just
around
grinds
the turn,
them.
it chews that shit right off.
Yeah, they fall,
I
take
get
it right
ya.
off. And they go right to that fucking cord. You
Your
know,
needle and seat
depending
goes.
on cautions and all that shit.
The tires are
Your rubber part
Oh,
goes
they're
into your
blown.
body on this carburetor.
Goodyear builds them.
for that reason.
Yeah.
And you can't even get them strong enough.
Well, nobody wants to pit it. Everybody's racing, you know.
Yeah.
So they stretch it out.
Like before,
Till something
your
fucks up.
pin.
100 years they'll have a different rubber.
See how your
Yeah, oh,
pin
yeah.
You know, something might happen.
goes
Run there, Danny.
Oh yeah, go for it.
into this little cavity here,
After you sit back and
Yeah,
skip.
you too.
and you just put it down in the bowl. And see that your hole where you put your pin? Make sure not to lose it. Got a bunch of stuff, metal shavings on it from this tray. And we're just gonna, after this, wait a minute. Did it have? No. Oh, snaps in that.
Here's what you say to people today. You're a lad, I'm a lassie. So what I say to you, say it back, but say lassie. Top of the day to you, lad. Say to me, top of the day to you, lassie.
Top of the day to you, lassie.
They call girls lassies and men lads. So today's St. Patrick's Day. So one more time, top of the day to you, lad.
Top of the day to you, lassie.
There you go.
So now, so think about this. So your fuel's coming in, right? Let's say your engine has used all your fuel. Your float is gonna float to the bottom of the bowl of fuel. When it's catching up again from the tank, it's gonna rise back up, limiting the flow from the tank so it doesn't overfill. As you can hear, the air coming through as I blow on it while it's down. Oh, when you push it up, it'll stop, meaning your float needle and seat is working correctly. So one more time. Now we got this carburetor working correctly. You're gonna take your bowl, inspect for any dirt and debris. And why it wasn't starting was probably because there was water in the bowl. So now that we have our bowl, you're gonna, I don't know if it's directional. I think it only goes in one way. Yeah. See? Wait a second. Let me think for a minute. So yeah, that divot, that goes in there. Okay. Now let me point something out. So see this little nipple? And see this indentation in the float? That has to go that way, so it doesn't run into the bottom. And then you have this O-ring here that you have to compress with your screws. So you just thread that in there. Thread both screws in. I don't really know why this wasn't working. I just put some fresh fuel, not that stuff, but I put some fuel in the mower. And this isn't a full rebuild. This is just kind of a open up the bowl kind of thing, because it might have been stuck or there might have been water, because the mower's been sitting outside for a month or two. So. Oh, wait a second. O-ring isn't in there. So now you just want to make sure your O-ring is down in the spot it's going to be in. If this carburetor had been sitting for years, not a couple of weeks, I would definitely go get a new one, or I'd get a rebuild kit from eBay or somewhere. I don't know why it's not. Oh, you put the O-ring in first. Misinformation. Let me just check real fast. Or I mislead everybody. There. because this carburetor doesn't seem very disassemblable. This bowl, this float, I think, is really all that's disassemblable. So now you just gotta kind of, get your dough on there, but you gotta put everything on there at the same time, so your O-ring is at the same height. It's not supposed to snap all the way down. You just kind of put it right there, level. Let me just try to get out of this line. There we go. It's kind of a bear to snap the O-ring down. You can get a little screwdriver. Just don't stab it. Just kind of guide the O-ring down, and you just press down. Make sure it's not sticking out anywhere like it was before. Line up your bolt holes. There are no bolts. On a car carburetor, there's your throttle shaft. It might be able to disassemble it on this carburetor, but it doesn't seem very. I mean, look at that right there. There's no screws except for these on the bottom, and I just don't want to break anything because stuff's expensive right now. There's no need. And yeah, that's how you test a needle and seat, and how you clean out your bowl and make sure everything's correct on the carburetor. This is not to every carburetor, there's a lot more of them out there, but this is just for the one I have, and I thought I would just shoot a little video on it. And, let me just spray a little more brake clean through there just to kind of clean it out a little more. And, yeah, if that's what any of you guys needed help on, that is how you clean a lawnmower carb, or at least diagnose what's going on. If you do all that and it's still having issues like on this carburetor, I would just suggest going on Amazon or eBay or anywhere online and looking up your carburetor, your make and model of your mower, and you just buy a new one. They're relatively cheap. Don't buy the most expensive unless you have the money for it, but don't buy the most cheap, because if you buy the most cheap, it's a hit or miss, because some of them will run right and some of them you can never be able to get to run right. And I know you think, well, new parts should work. Half the time they don't, and I'm serious with this. I've had a lot of dirt bikes and things, and they don't manufacture. The factory ones are so good on them until you let them sit. Don't let your stuff sit with gas in it. Don't let your stuff sit at all. Drain the gas out of it every 6 months. Go put a little gas in there, fire it up, run all the gas out of it, and just warm it up and drive around or do what you gotta do, but don't let your machine sit. I mean, it really will mess them up. So that's just something I wanted to touch on, and yeah, that's Ranger's Fab's job.